Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the MartiniWorks Podcast. I am your host, Alex Martini, followed by the lovely and wonderfuls,
Dakota.
And Jels.
And if you guys are new here, this is where we talk about all things aftermarket car world, car trends, racing, motorsports, and a little bit of what we've got going on in the old MartiniWorks shop, which, by the way, if you're still looking to build your car here as the tax season is coming around and springtime is rolling around the corner, there's no better time to get your car finished over at MartiniWorks.com. We're also helping the build happen, where you can actually check out with Catapult, get 2% back up to $70. No gimmicks, no catches, just a way for us to give a little bit back in your pocket to make it a little bit easier, because everything has gotten properly expensive. So if you guys are looking for any help, you need help with wheel and tire fitment, anything like that, just shoot us a message on MartiniWorks.com. We would be happy to help you, and we are so thankful for all the support that we've had so far already going into this year. It's been an incredible, explosive, scary as hell growth, but it's been awesome, which means we have to start off with some of the updates we've got going on in the shop over the next couple days. Obviously, we're getting ready for Riverside. For the visually impaired, this might be a little tough for you to see this next bit, but Gels and Dakota got some new merchandise on.
Yeah.
Riverside
off
merch.
the press.
The back looks really cool.
Yeah, turn around.
Oh, man.
Bend over.
It's going to be really awkward. I don't know if it'll be in focus.
Yeah, we'll try our
Am
best.
I in frame?
You know what? I can put a photo of it up.
Yeah,
How about
what?
Nice.
That's cool. I really like it.
Technology.
How do you like it? How does it fit?
If it's perfect, I honestly do really enjoy it. It's
I
good.
do like the
that?
blue.
We were just having a debate about hoodie strings or no hoodie strings, and I brought up the concept that I have never once ever in my life have used hoodie strings for whatever intended purpose that they provide.
I've never utilized hoodie strings ever,
I have.
except when I was like 8, and then I did the thing where it like goes right
Yeah,
around
so
your
That's exactly what he said.
When I was 8 years old, Dakota.
Just
8.
to have fun with.
It just provides you a quick, safe
No,
space.
he takes one of them, he throws it in his mouth, and he sucks on it. That's what
What?
99% of the people do with those things.
You're not wrong. I think, that's a good call.
God.
Nobody can steal my idea. I am trademarking flavored sweatshirts. You throw one in the mouth, you just suck on it.
There's
No.
like licorice.
Strawberry.
Alex, this is 2026. You need to put nicotine in them.
Oh,
And then it'll be a big hit. And nicotine on one side, caffeine on the other side. Sold.
son of a bitch. I quit MartiniWorks. I
21
got a new
plus
job.
Alcohol ones. No, CBD.
This is why people start podcasts.
Yeah. And they're like,
With ideas.
they're like, you should need a license to have a microphone in your hand.
What the hell you got there?
This-
You got something to open?
I get really cool. Hold on, let me just.
You can drop the mic for a
If only
second.
we
Just
had-
No. I can do this at the same time. Hold
Like
on.
a stand.
Hold on.
Oh my God.
All right, so I hope you
Armpit
guys can
mic.
hear me. So
Pea
I
soup.
have a gift. I get really cool stuff from time to time, but I don't ever open it on camera, and I want you guys to experience this with me,
Okay.
'cause I don't know what it is.
I don't know what it is either.
Could be scary.
Sounds cool.
Oh my
It's
god.
another
But
bag.
it's like the same.
It's the same bag. Oh my god.
Okay, all right.
Okay,
It's a
hold on.
trick.
Now I got to do it again. Hold on.
almost
Hold
had it.
on.
It's like one of them dolls.
It's.
Just
Opening it.
constantly.
I really wanted one of those when I was a kid, by the way.
Why?
I don't know. I don't know. I was just infatuated by like miniature versions of things.
Then it was a never-ending miniature version. I get it.
Okay.
It's a book.
S's.
What is it?
Issue number 5. A motorsport culture magazine. That's
With-
kind of nice.
With golf.
Golf.
That's 100%.
Well, okay, he's a Formula 1 driver.
No, he's golfing.
No, he's a
That's
Formula 1
Tiger
driver.
Woods.
No, that's definitely not
I
Tiger
know
Woods.
golf. That's Tiger Woods.
That's not. That's not him. Ooh, it smells good. Hold on.
I can smell it from here. It's the
Oh
smelliest book.
yeah, dude. Good smelling mag. Good smelling
I
mag.
wouldn't say
I like it. I like
Good.
it. That's classic book smell.
So here in the S's magazine, we
Allergic
have a guide to the Australian Grand Prix, a story about an 18-year-old GB4 driver, Puma and McLaren Racing, a teenage dreamer called Elba Larson, Pierre Gasly, who is not Tiger Woods on the front cover, a story about billions of streams, the Carlos Sainz effect, tire pressure, a helmet and stitches, overtake, being late is not an option, F1 health. So this is like a magazine of all different things happening in the world of motorsport. This is kind of cool.
I haven't seen one car in
This
there
is
yet.
the most non-car book I've ever
Guys,
seen.
there's a little bit of lifestyle in racing. Okay, we all know this. Hey, look, there's a car.
Okay.
Looks like Formula 4.
Are you gonna give us the backstory on this, or
I get they reached out and they're like, hey, we want to send you a magazine. So I was like, okay.
Oh, okay.
But then I completely forgot that they sent me a magazine. So then when I got a random black envelope, I just wanted to open it with you guys because
Gotcha.
I didn't know what we were gonna find in here.
I didn't know if
And
there's
here's what we
gonna be
got.
some story like I met this guy, I got in his car, I raced it, and then when I got back, he was like, hey, I have a magazine. And you're like, okay, I'll check it out because you let me drive your race car. I
No,
thought maybe it was one of those things.
no. The one thing I will say is this is actually pretty cool. One of the neat
People
things.
with lisps hate this book.
What does that?
Say it with a list.
F is
That's not nice. They have a little piece in here about
Not nice
Overtake,
to
which
name
is an anime that they're doing, which is kind of cool.
they're doing
I
an
like that.
anime for like F1.
Not F1 specifically, but yeah, like Formula Racing. It's pretty cool. So it's in there. It's a pretty neat book. I like the way it smells.
Yeah, I like
A
it.
book's got to have a good smell.
Got to smell.
It does. Have you ever been in a library like
And I'm like,
Nice.
get me out of here.
Yeah. I don't hang
the
out.
last time? Here, I'm gonna be honest. When I was a kid, when I did go to the L.E. Phillips Public Library in Eau Claire, Wisconsin, walk in, double doors, kind of scary, very daunting place as like a 5-year-old. I walk in, immediately go to the right into the kids area. I immediately walk in, take another right, be about a 25-foot walk, but I was little, so it was probably like 10 feet really, to the computer area.
Yeah, there it is. I was just about to say.
And on the left side, they had the big plastic like covers of the games on the left side. I'd grab my one that's this Pajama Sam,
Okay.
grab Pajama Sam, rent it out, hop on the old colorful computer, and I'd do some old Pajama Sam for like
Weird.
2 hours.
Did you guys ever see a magician in a library?
Nope. Kids at our school would go to the library to play RuneScape. That was the big
yeah.
thing there.
RuneScape used to be blocked when I was in middle
They
school.
blocked
and then
at the library?
yeah, they
Or, well,
blocked
the middle
ours-
school library?
middle school library.
Oh, yeah. They would go to the public library.
Ours was Territory Wars. If you know, you know.
I also played some Cartoon Network Flash games.
You know what's cooler than anything that we're talking about though? We should probably get back to it. Is cars.
Sorry,
Wait,
the magazine
What
really
about
threw
the
me off.
magician thing?
Oh, I just feel like every time like there's like a group setting for like, oh, the kids are gonna go see a magician, it's always at a library. And
Nope,
I
I-
thought back about it, it's like
What?
any time a magician came to town, it was always at the library.
I've
never
never heard
put-
that in my life. Gels.
Put those two together. You have to be quiet in the library.
Yep, not the magicians.
What if okay.
they were
Let's
mimes.
talk about cars. Hey, what's oh my god, more phone calls. Can we not?
talk? Can we talk about Secret Car because you made it not a secret?
Yeah.
I
Dummy.
did I did make it not a
Someone
secret.
called that out real quick.
If people were listening in,
To
congratulations.
be fair, none of us caught it either.
I caught it and then I was like, fuck. And I just
Play it
kept going.
cool.
I was like, don't mention that ever again. Ladies and gentlemen, it's official. And you're going to see it across the MartiniWorks YouTube channel and Instagram. So don't forget to subscribe to those other places.
Yeah.
But we own
a
a
car.
Nissan Silvia S15.
Grand Prix.
Hell yeah. It's probably one of the best cars you've picked up.
I hope so because it had big shoes to fill after selling the Nissan Gloria.
It did. And I
Yes.
think if you're going to get rid of a Gloria, S15 is an acceptable answer.
Mm-hmm.
It's
that
also quite lovely. When I first got it, when I got delivered in the snow, and the guy didn't speak any English and didn't know how to turn it on, and
Yeah, that was a
wanted me to
nightmare.
take the car out of the and didn't want any responsibility for any of the damage that he caused. Once we got the car off the trailer, I looked at it and I said to myself, I don't really like the way it looks, and I was kind of sad. And then over time, with it sitting here over the past few months, and like me walking in, I like started looking at it from some like different angles, and then I realized it was obviously like jacked up to the sky for shipping.
It was a mile high, yeah.
But it really has grown on me. Like I
hope
really love the way that it looks. I love the K Sport matched with the Origin Lab parts, matched with the 326, matched with the paint. I mean, it's a very very fun car. I'm excited to get behind the wheel and have some fun with it.
Yeah, it sounds super good.
It does sound pretty freaking
Makes
wicked.
all the good noises,
Those you
even
just-
more than the GTT.
Updated the suspension in it.
Yeah.
What'd you guys replace and then what'd you put in
Oh,
it?
God, what the hell was it? It was,
We got rid of KTS.
is it KTS? Is that
It was
what
like
it was?
a KTS. So it's an older Japanese brand that I think was like some of it was sourced from China, some of it was sourced in Japan, but like it's not bad stuff per se.
It's just really old.
It's old as shit. It's like it's old, and so like I could tell just from when we tore it out.
It was really crusty.
It was pretty crusty, and some of it was blown out, and the bushings were going bad.
Were starting to go. Yeah, and it was like a mile high. So yeah, we ditched that, and then we put in some custom BCs.
Yep.
So we got those in just the other day, and then we're gonna be throwing some white line parts at it, just to upgrade
Front and rear sway bar.
Front and rear sway bars. It does have some a mixture of like Megan, and I think there's some Cusco stuff in there, just for like some camber arms and things like that. So definitely came with some decent stuff on it. We're just kind of finishing it up and updating things that needed to be replaced. So
the thing that I'm probably most excited for with the car is once we get it done, we had the wheels sent off to get refinished, which you'll get to see like the whole series. We're really excited for that. We got different tires for drift set of wheels that we have. So we have a drift setup, we have a show setup, new coilovers. But what I'm most excited for is once it gets back from Riverside, we're actually going to take it over to Johnny's, and we're going to get the entire underside like
coated
and protected. So it's got some surface rust and some of like the pretty standard spots, nothing too crazy that we just gotta.
And even then, it's just like I wouldn't even call it rust. It's just where there's not
oxidation,
not paint.
Yeah,
where it was like scuffed or like scratched. Or something.
So we're gonna clean that up, and then we're gonna spray it down and pretty much just like freeze the underside.
Yeah, it's relatively like clean. I mean, especially for what we're used to, but like. I'd say it's a really clean car.
Yeah, I think for the price, it was definitely a good value. And I do have to give credit where credit is due. Podcast listener actually is the reason we have that car. From
so
about a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, I want to say by now, is when I started my tyrant of S15s being overpriced for us folk.
Yeah.
And Mark reaching out to me, his name's Mark. He reached out and he's like, "Hey, I have a friend. We listened to the podcast. We heard that you think S15s are overpriced, kind of junk boxes. What if there was one for sale that was cheap?
Yeah.
Would you be interested?" And I remember being like, "Yeah, I mean, sure. Send me pictures." And he sent over pictures, and of course, in the world of WhatsApp, it's like the pictures are always some are good and some are shit. You can never get like a good read.
Yep.
But I never met this guy before in my life. So it was pretty much like a sight unseen, trust my Instagram DMs. And then I sent actually Arios.
I mean, really no different than buying any other used car. It's just across the
ocean.
world.
Yeah. So Arios, actually, I'm wearing a shirt right now.
Nice.
Him and Sashin went to go check it out for me, which was like a 3-hour drive from where they live in Japan. So that was really cool to get some eyes on it. So then Suzuki sent me like 8 shitty photos of the car at night, which was fantastic, and he doesn't speak much English and I don't speak any Japanese. So like I'm trying to use Google Translate. He's trying to use his just known English, which is better than my Japanese. And, we negotiated on a price. What was really crazy is the tariff was 30% of the value of that damn car.
Oh my God. Yeah, you bought that at the worst fucking time.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it was like 2 months past the whole tariff thing. So yeah, I spent an airlift 3P kit that you can now get on sale at MartiniWorks.com for like about $350 to $500 depending on the kit that you're getting. It was about $3,400 in tariffs.
That sucks.
Oh my God.
Just
plus that's not including shipping or literally anything else.
That's just a fee. That's just extra money.
More money.
Owe.
That went somewhere, I'm assuming, into the I have a careful.
I know where it went. I know exactly
I know where it went too. I have funded at least 5 to 7 screws on something.
Yeah. All right.
Could be in the air, could be in the water. Could be somewhere in the ground. Yeah, that's a joke. No, the S15 I'm really excited for. We're going to take it to US Air, which you guys also get to hear first. We've actually...
Don't drift it.
We're going to drift it.
We're going to drift it.
How much is the paint per pint? Did we find out?
I'm going to be honest with you.
$1,000.
I am not scared of drifting the car.
It's $1,000, by the way.
I am not scared of Gels driving the car.
Yeah.
I am scared of Brent goddamn Gas driving the car.
Whoa. He's not even here right now.
I know. He can't defend himself.
He'd be losing it.
No, he'd be looking at me. He'd do this.
Yep. Exactly what he did.
That's exactly what he'd be doing.
rightfully so.
And then
Why'd
he'd be
you
like,
call out Brent?
and then he'd be like, "Burp."
Brent's drifted the R34.
Brent's
No. I know. It's just Brent is a hard wheeler with cars. He
ain't light-footed.
No, he's aggressive with his car driving. I saw him drive the R34 on the Care 20As.
Yeah, that sucked.
And that was terrible. And he was
had to though.
pinning it.
We had to though because those tires were so gripped up for what we were trying to do.
That poor little 30,000 mile R34 was trying its
Screaming.
best.
Brent
So-
is our videographer, by the way.
Yeah, in case you guys are wondering. So, but we'll throw down. We're actually we'll take it out to US Air, which we're really excited for. Get some slides with it, and then see how it drives. I wanted a Corvette. Let's be clear.
Well, that's a long shot from a Corvette.
I
brother.
had taken S15 over a Corvette any day, to be honest.
As a drift car, S15 or Corvette. A lot of people on the internet gonna say S15. I still think a Corvette's pretty damn good.
It does a good job.
It
I
does
can
a
attest to
really
that.
good job,
But
and it's got a
I
lot
have
of
not
power.
tried an S15 yet, and I feel like it'll do just fine.
I just think the car overall is cooler.
Yeah.
I will agree. I think an
S15s are
S15.
so good.
I think an S15 is cooler naturally, but a Corvette where you can just kind of like do this with your foot, and then it just does the thing, and then you just modulate throttle. That's also pretty sick. With the SR20, you have to like keep it in revs. You got to make sure you're playing with the clutch in certain corners. You got to have it in the right gearing. It makes piss all for power underneath 3K.
It's what I'm used to.
It's
That's all I know.
Reminds me of home.
Reminds me of home. Look what I got under me, kill. Anyway, yeah, back to the paint. $1,000 a pint, we found out. So
Because there's some shipping, a little bit of shipping damage.
yeah.
$1,000. I didn't even know that. How much?
That was the whole reason why we had to go through about everything.
$1,000 a pint?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why
How much is a pint?
don't drift it.
Not a lot.
A pint of beer.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, that seems like a pretty good amount.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Not really. Not to like spray a car.
it was like barely enough for maybe like the side skirts and the bumper that were getting fixed.
$1,000 for that paint.
Yeah.
Yeah,
For some paint.
That means the whole car's worth at least like
That's what I'm saying.
that is-
$40,000.
Yeah, that is like probably the
Because-
most valuable car we have here now. It's a
a
paint alone.
tri-coat from a Toyota Hilux,
Yes.
a newer one, right? That's the paint code. Do you remember the name of the paint code?
I have it somewhere, but no, I
What
don't.
was it?
It was
Dried ketchup red.
nope.
No, because it's glossy. It's only dried ketchup because of the dust.
I'm
ain't
just
paying-
you're
Stop
right.
naming my cars their colors after bad foods. I get triggered.
I
He
like this
said
one.
the Ferrari was spaghetti red one time. And because Dakota has that stupid ass little laughter in his face that he does, and he makes everybody laugh because he's super funny, man. Everybody for years, even to this day, dude, will be like, so that Ferrari, was it really spaghetti red? Fuck you.
Yes, it was.
It was though.
Next question.
Did you see it?
That was the weirdest red. It wasn't a normal red.
It was an actual paint code red from Ferrari. I'm
But
telling
it was
you.
like faded, like sun
It was-
dried or something. So it looked spaghetti red.
It kind of, if you guys could imagine what a garden salsa sun chips bag would look like outside of an Arizona
Yeah.
sun after a
Oh
day,
yeah, that's a good call.
that's the color.
Yep.
That's
It is.
the color.
That's honestly
It
more
don't
accurate
roll
than
off the
spaghetti red.
tongue like spaghetti red.
Yeah.
No.
Spaghetti to meatball. I love the color of the S15, and I'm not a red car person. Let me think real quick for a second. Nope, never owned a red vehicle. And that I would. I like that a lot.
It's good.
I do like it, and I cannot wait
red.
because we've got 2 sets of wheels for it, which actually will go quite well into our break. But we have a set of Works, which are getting refinished.
They're really good.
we
Oh, they're
we,
so
we
good.
like them, but they had a little bit of damage. They've seen some use,
Yeah.
so we got them all cleaned up. And then actually, we got a set of drift spares that we are running, which is Motegis. We got a
Yes.
set of some Motegis. Actually, they're right there. One of the few wheel brands that actually went down to a 0 offset,
Which we needed.
which we needed. We actually still have to run a spacer because it's wide-bodied. But it was super nice because me and you were measuring for the wheels we have a wheel fitment tool. We partnered up with the guys that actually made that. So you can actually get one right on MartiniWorks.com.
It's really slick.
Super nice. I think everybody that modifies cars should have one of those just in
I
their
agree.
in
It's
their
a good
toolbox.
tool just to have if you're constantly like if you're one of those people that swaps out wheels pretty regularly or like likes to change things up. It's a great tool to have.
Yeah, and it's only $100.
Right.
Which is, I know it sounds like a lot, but the amount of times if you're like changing out cars or you like even have a truck or an SUV or like you're trying to make funky stuff work, dude, you mount it up.
Yeah.
It's got magnets. It takes literally 10 minutes. Size it all up.
It's like
good to go.
It's like owning a fender roller. It's like you're not going to use it that often, but God, do you enjoy having it?
And everyone knows that you have one.
And
too.
they will constantly ask
You'll
you
be
to use
everyone's
it.
friend.
just like a boat. But no, it was really nice to have the Motegis because as Giles and I were measuring, we're like, man, like we're not gonna find a one-piece wheel that's a zero offset. We're gonna have to find like a plus 10 or a plus 15.
Yeah,
or something
plus
like
22 or plus 15 is like typically what we can get down to, and then
that. We went on our own website and
put in zero offset.
did 18 zero offset. Motegi. I was like, oh, sick.
Perfect.
That's awesome. So really cool, which actually goes into our partner, the MartiniWorks Podcast, which is Motegi Racing Wheels. If you guys and gals are looking for a set of wheels, you want something different, Motegi Racing Wheels have awesome variety of different designs that I actually really like. I'm enjoying that the industry is getting something new and fresh and different. But obviously, you still want to keep it affordable. You still want to keep it functional, and Motegi does that super, super well. They're priced very competitively. They've got awesome sizes, like we just mentioned. They have cool different fitments and colors, which I think the color stuff is really cool. Ever since Vin color matched his TEs to his Ferrari, everybody's been talking about color matching
blue?
wheels to cars,
Yeah, that was
as if Volkswagen guys weren't doing that since 2006 to like 2015. But Motegis are a really great way to actually jump into some of those colors. Like, I don't know if I would color match red on red, but there are a lot of people that I've been seeing in the build threads that are starting to color match stuff. So, with that being said, if you're looking for a set of wheels and tires, you want to save a little money, package tires with your Motegi wheels. We actually give you a discount on the whole thing. You can get them mounted, balanced, and shipped right to your door. All you got to do is throw them on. So thank you, Motegi Racing Wheels, for being a partner of the MartiniWorks Podcast, and we will be right back. A few months ago, James Pumphrey put out a video talking about how Volkswagen had left car enthusiasts behind for the most part.
Yeah.
And I think that video did really well, and it kind of sat in this silo of a topic for a while. And now I see other car brands popping up doing things, like stuff and things, that feel so outside of the pocket that it doesn't quite make sense. And so people have started to say, that's a shareholder decision, that's a cost-cutting decision. Oh, they're doing that because of BYD, they're doing that because of, international pressures. And then I started to really kind of dive into anything that's been released over the last 12 to 24 months. And there is just a general tendency that people don't trust car brands anymore.
Like in general?
Yeah. Why do you think that is?
I think it's just personally, it's like I don't feel like, and this is very, very limited to the companies that maybe do this, but like they're supporting like actual car enthusiasts with their stuff.
Okay.
They know that that's not their huge market and their demographic. And if they are going to do something like that, like, hey, we're going to release this car that is more performance oriented, it's going to be six figures, it's going to be limited production, and it's going to drive the costs up even more, and you're never going to be able to even get it.
Yeah, and it's been all of the crazy MSRP swings. Like, all new cars don't go for MSRP anymore. They go above that, which I know isn't necessarily directly related to the manufacturers. That's more in the dealership thing, but it's still like the brand's persona when you're overpaying $40,000 over MSRP or whatever crazy numbers, was going on. And I think too, it's like so many modern cars are coming out, and it's like there's just a lot of gimmicks with it.
Yeah, it just seems like everything is just a letdown.
Yeah.
It's like, and I don't know, it's kind of more than just cars too. It's like with video games, for instance, it's kind of felt like the same way with like we talked about like Stranger Things the other day. It's like, why are we always just feeling so fucking let down about this stuff? And it's like, I don't know.
I will say part of me has sometimes been like, maybe it's just the internet being the internet, because there are some brands that I think are doing good.
Like
I'm really happy personally with Cadillac.
Okay.
They've never aimed to be cheap.
Right.
They've never aimed to be anything but what they are. But they have the CT5V Blackwing. They have the Escalade V. They have these like CT4V Blackwing. They have these cars that are like still performance oriented. And then GM obviously has the Corvette, the ZR1, the ZR1X, which are awesome cars. They're heavily invested in motorsport. Cadillac is now in Formula One, which is a big deal. So they're like invested that way. I would argue even like Ford Performance has been doing more of that. They have the they have the GT series, the Mustang series. That's, a homologated, series. They have their investment in Ford Racing, which is now doing a lot of the development stuff with Red Bull and Formula One. So they're doing a lot of that stuff. But there are brands where it's like, Nissan, kind of where are you going, buddy? I think the Prelude was a really wonky
It was a
thing
really weird
from
decision.
Honda
That was
do.
super weird. I don't understand.
Considering the price point of it and kind of where it was. That got me then leading into, like Toyota, which Toyota has the GRD6, which is
Great.
awesome, fantastic. But now they're creeping up in price. BMW is almost like unapproachable for a normal person to purchase
100%.
right now. And then Porsches are made up and the prices don't matter.
Yeah, it's everything just went up like a lot, obviously. And I think too, it's like you look back at like the last few years and it's like, I hate to bring up like the EV stuff, but it's like every brand like just dropped fucking everything they were working on because they're like, we need to go all in on EVs. And it's like you look at like Ford, for instance, like we're not doing any more cars, we're not doing any more like SUV, like we're building trucks and SUVs or whatever it was, or yeah. And I think everyone like kind of remembers that, like they just dropped everything to focus on this, like this is gonna be the big thing, and then they just completely turned around on that in the last like 6 to 12 months. And everyone's like, hey, remember when you said this one thing and you like completely forgot about us? Yeah, fuck you.
It is interesting to think how sensitive that whole situation was because so many companies were going EV until, everything changed in America quickly.
Going to be going back pretty quick with how gas prices are going up.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that came out of
It's going to be
nowhere.
real popular again.
Dude, not even this podcast is not to talk about that, but man, it's wild out there. It is a crazy place. And but like that again, I'm looking at all of this stuff, all of these things, and you would hope that there would be people out there that are like, hey, we're making something for you.
Yeah.
Like maybe it's not the cheapest, right? But it's consciously made for you.
Right.
And I think we've entered like late stage capitalism where it's like every
Oh,
corner you
100%.
try to like poke into, it's like you're getting another nickel taken away to get something that is objectively worse than it was the previous year. Or maybe this is just what it's like getting old. I don't know.
That's probably
Well, I
a
don't
lot
know.
of it.
Like I started thinking about why do we all like Corvettes now? What happened? Where did it come from? I know.
Where'd it
Listen,
go?
when we were young,
Hot Nitro.
there were people that were buying Corvettes. You remember, like, old fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now we're like, listen, guys, the C5 Corvette's
really
actually a
good.
pretty
One of
good
the best
value.
cars ever made.
Yeah.
100%.
I mean, I do 100% think that's a part of it. But even then, I look back, we need another Scion brand,
yeah.
right? They
That's
were focused on making like affordable, entry level, just fun cars for the most part. Like
Nissan
they were
should
meant
make it.
to be. Nissan would kill it with like a Scion type brand, I feel.
Nissan could just be called Nassin and then budget versions. Give me the Z with a 3-liter naturally
Did you
aspirated.
just put Nissan backwards? Is that what you just did?
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, where did you pull that from?
We'll call it the 360Z.
Okay.
And it'll have an Xbox button that you push to start the car. And I think car guys and gals are pretty simple people. I just think we want something that's fun to drive and has a sense of a hydraulic steering versus fully
It's
electronic.
driver oriented.
Mm-hmm.
And it can be slow as balls. I think what you said about 350 horsepower, 300 horsepower being the money, I still think that's like so true.
100%.
Give somebody an analog 300 horsepower car, front wheel drive or rear,
Yep.
manual, and get them to learn about a car, and they will become a better driver than 95% of the people on the road.
We're the cheap, like enthusiast cars. Like
Right.
grew up in the era of Dodge Neon SRT4s, Cobalt SSs, those 4-cylinder turbo entry-level cars that were relatively cheap. It's like now we don't have it. Now it's like everything that comes out is starting at 40 for the base model, and then it just skyrockets from there. And then even then, it's overpriced.
I will say, and I've heard this a lot, but we grew up in a pretty freaking good era for cheap cars. We had cash for clunkers, baby, at one point in our life. That was incredible. Okay.
It's kind of sad. Like I as I've been thinking about this, because I've been just like shopping, right? I go on as you do, and you just browse around. It's like, man, if I were to go get something right now, it's like, what would I get? And it's like, well, I've always really liked this car when I was younger. That car, for one that's not completely rotted out, probably like 20 grand still.
Mm-hmm.
If not more. It's like our favorite cars from when we were growing up and stuff, if they're not completely like ran through and like destroyed, you're going to be paying such a premium for it. It's like those are becoming like collector's cars now. It's like you look at like the 90s JDM stuff, everything is like the iconic shit's like $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 for a 30-year-old car. It's like, Jesus Christ, man.
I do.
And then it's like, okay, well, I'm going to do the boring thing of like, well, what would that get me now? And it's like, well, it's going to get you a BRZ, or it's going to get you a WRX, or it's going to get you a high mileage Civic Type R. Those are your options.
Mm-hmm.
There's fucking nothing else competing out there.
I would like to blame someone because deflection of ownership is the best way to
Sure.
go. I blame the auction houses so much.
The auction houses?
For driving up prices of enthusiast-focused vehicles, because it's made it impossible for a car to be normalized lower than its value compared to it being normalized higher than its value.
Sure.
You always hear about the bring a trailer Type R's that go for $79,000 or the NSX that went for $160,000.
Yeah, it's like it's the 100-mile fucking, you know.
Or the Mark III Supra that's low mileage that went for $42,000. And then because they have such a stranglehold on when you type those things in for sale, and they have the graphs that show you what these things have gone for, they've mixed business investments with personal people purchasing cars, like for 90% of it, because people be like, why would anyone spend $70,000 on an FCRX7? And it's like, well, because if you're a business and you collect cars and you have the ability to write it off, or you have the ability, not write it off per se, but like you can do that because maybe you own a car museum and you can do that. That value is now being used as a generalization of this populace of data that's saying RX-7s are worth more because one went for 70. And the person who's trying to buy an RX-7 that's a 20-year-old down the street, right, now they're looking at marketplace ads where the people that are putting them are like, well, hey, that one had 30,000. That one sold for 70. Mine's worth like 40 then, at least, 35 at least. Somebody just bought one for 70. They're getting a deal. It's like, no, they're not getting a deal. And that used to not exist as much. If you were to go out in past life before marketplace, the number one place to search was Craigslist ads, like Craigslist and even like newspapers, and that it almost like isolated car prices to regions, which helped because cars
didn't know what they were else going for.
Because it was cheaper in certain places because you were up north or because you were in a less populated area. Now it's like you want to buy a car, you're competing against any buyer in the Americas. Guaranteed. If you use any of those auction houses, you are competing against people sometimes even across the world. And it's like, man, buyers have lost so much purchasing power in everything over the last 10 years, especially after COVID, that like you just feel like you're getting taken advantage of.
Yeah, it's really hard to even negotiate at the dealerships now because they're like, I can pull up every dealership that has this vehicle for sale in 10 seconds, and I'll show you the price of every single one. How are you going to negotiate? Go get those ones then.
Yeah.
It's
like I got 3 more people coming in to look at this today. It's
like you said, there's no buying, but you used to be able to go into a dealership kind of, wheel and deal a little bit about what you're getting, or you go and you're driving down the road and you
now you're paying more.
see a car out for sale and you stop and ask them how much and you're able to deal. Now it's like they can just look up their vehicle, see all of them. Like it's like the deals just don't.
Yeah, or like we talked about, it's like there's literally instances where it's advertised for a certain price. You go in and they're like, oh well, no, it's marked up because and it's like, well, how am I paying more? Like that's not.
That's why the S15 is such a great example of that, because we're so blessed. We're so grateful to have such an incredible community. Not a chance in hell I would have bought that car if Mark didn't message me and say, hey, this one is for sale. It's cheap. It's not on Marketplace. It's not in a for sale ad. It's in...
That was like an exchangement of like friends of, hey, I have this car.
Yeah. I think it's in the Gunma prefecture. It was in the middle of fucking nowhere, like it lost its shotgun, so it couldn't even drive on the road. I wouldn't have spent $40,000 on a S15. I wouldn't spend $30,000 on I wouldn't spend $20,000 on an S15 right now because I just don't want to spend money on an S15. That the only reason that made sense was because we had
a connection.
We had some buying power. We had knowing somebody. It's like that has gone so far away from people who are 16, 17, 18 years old right now trying to buy a fun car. And I do feel for them. And I can understand why they're so pissed all the time because it's like, you got no options.
Yeah.
You're either going to go in debt buying a piece of shit $25,000 car, or you can go in debt and pretend money's not real and go get a new BMW.
It's like, yeah.
And that's exactly what's happening.
Even the good deals that do show up on Marketplace, 100 people message instantly the second it goes up, and they're all trying to buy that car just to flip it for more. It's like, we're in such a different time than even when we grew up and cars were listed for sale like on Craigslist.
Like you said, 10 years ago. Like it's completely different.
It's nuts. Now, dude, Facebook Marketplace people, like that's like their full-time
It's their job. There have been the 2026, you cannot have a hobby.
No.
Everything is commoditized and capitalized on. And like, if you guys are listening in, you know what we're talking about. Because chances are you're doing something, you're working on something, you're probably at work right now. And it's like, if you really think about it, when was the last time, and maybe drop it as a comment, but it's like, when was the last time you went out and you did something for the soul's sake because you wanted to go do that thing? And when you did that thing, you didn't feel pressure to post about it, to tell other people about it, to turn it into a job, to post it in hopes that it goes viral. Like now everything has like a pressure.
Yep.
You must deliver to this thing, you know, and it's like, man, Instagram and Meta and those guys got it figured out. They literally have done nothing and everyone flocks to them to like get affirmation, and then you get left with a hobby that like is no longer fun. Flipping stuff used to be like a fun little casual thing you could do.
Right.
Now you have to be a goddamn sweat.
100%.
Nothing is casual anymore.
It needs to be like your full-time thing almost. Like even, dude, like garage sales. When
you can't even go
to
have
find
fun
like
in a
a
garage
couple retro video games. No, can't. And I'd ask them like, hey, you got any video games? Oh, someone came before we even opened, and I actually had a few guys waiting in line. It's like, what?
Yeah, they stopped on my house the night before.
Yeah, what the
It's
like
crazy.
Everything. Hey, they try to buy Pokemon cards.
That's the part that kills me. You want to like take it to a whole new next level is like the people that do that have like ruined it for other people.
Children
Pokemon
specifically.
Yeah,
Ruined
that's
it for
like
children.
kids. Yeah, it's kids.
I ran into my first vending machine scalper the other day.
Oh shit! Did you beat him up?
I almost did because he really pissed me off. But then I was like, I don't want to end up on a viral YouTube video about a Pokemon vending machine fight. But yeah, it was like the thing where it's like they literally had to limit these vending machines down. It's like it randomly will release product throughout the day, so you can't just go and buy out the whole machine because people were literally doing that.
Need more of
but
that.
They're literally figuring out how to fucking bypass the systems of the machine by like tapping and like essentially like glitching it out so then they can buy out the whole thing.
I just think it's like so let's say, how do you fix it? Let's say you're listening in and you kind of feel like you're getting the old rope-a-dope, right? You're kind of getting taken advantage of.
Yeah.
You feel like you can't find a good deal. What do you do? Where would you start? What's a tip that you'd have?
Damn, know somebody.
I mean, that's a tip, though.
Honestly,
That's a
like,
tip, yeah.
Go to car meets, car shows, and then if you see something you like, talk to the owner and see if they ever, have a thought of getting rid of it. I'd say otherwise, it's so tough.
Yeah, and on that same thing too, it's like I might suggest like checking out like some of those like owners group pages or something like that. There's like growing up in like the DSM world and like even just in like the S chassis stuff, it's like people will buy multiple cars, they'll have one as like a spare parts car, if they'll have one to like take something off of, sometimes like those people end up with multiple and they're just like, I just need to get rid of one. It might need a little bit of work or something, but I'll give it to you really cheap. Like those like owners groups sometimes are like a good place to find some deals.
That's true. That's a good one. I'd say too, patience. Patience, not hopping at the first thing
which is hard.
That's a terrible thing. I mean, I made that mistake not as a joke, but seriously, I made that mistake with the C4500, and it is burning me every possible chance it can get. And it was because we found one. It was the first time it came up. Becca really wanted it, and I went against, a little bit of my better judgment of like weight, and we bought it, and it's been an absolute terrible purchase.
It's a real thing. It happens. It 100% happens. And it's like, I know our parents try to beat that in us. Don't take the first deal that pops up. It's like, yeah, but it's really fun until it's not.
Yeah.
So
I think the last piece of advice I would give, one of the things that I've always loved to do, even when I was younger, and I'll still do it to this day, Becca sometimes, she loves it sometimes and hates it other times. But I always keep an eye out for estate sales, which is kind of a weird thing.
Yeah.
But you guys want to tip? You guys want a little way around the biscuit? I do. I'll keep an eye out on estate sales, and a lot of times you're not going to find a S15. We're not dead yet, so just give it another 60 years and you'll find them. But a lot of times you will find some pretty funky older cars, lower miles for pretty good price. So I used to buy, and I still do, I'll buy old Mercedes. Early gen, my FB RX-7 came from an estate sale
really?
that only had, I can't remember how many miles it had. I want to say it was 21,000.
I think it was clean.
And it was an FB white red interior. I bought it $3,000.
Holy fuck.
You could never do that again. You will never. That is insane.
So estate sales are a really good way because they'll never state everything that's at one because it's just impossible.
Right.
Yeah.
But they'll usually have a good couple
Here's,
brand
the big
mentions.
key things. Yeah.
And a lot of times you can kind of go out, and because it's an estate sale, it's more structured. The group is a lot older, and the deals aren't huge, but there are deals to be had. So I think every single time I've needed a daily driver, I have found one at an estate sale, and I have bought it for $3,000 or less.
Jesus.
And I have owned at least 5 Mercedes using this tried and true method.
Your taste in cars makes more sense.
Well, there goes all the estate sales.
Yeah. Just
the new garage sales waiting. Actually, I did see there was an estate sale we drove past, and dude, the block was lit. I was
Yeah.
like,
it's cool.
must be a crazy one.
Estate sales are really fun to go to as well. They can kind of be a fun little adventure.
Some RC stuff at some estate sales.
Yeah.
Well, the hobby, there's so much hobby stuff too.
Yeah, any sort of hobby, you'll find a ton of stuff.
The first round of old tools, that I ever bought was from an estate sale. I can't even remember what the brand was, but I remember they were heavy as shit, and they were $250, and I got a whole thing of it.
Yeah, we had a family friend that always go to auctions and estate sales, and he would scoop up anything Craftsman. Didn't matter what it was, no matter how much. He would just scoop it up because they literally have the lifetime warranty, and he would be able to get some of the stuff swapped out sometimes. I'm like, that's crazy.
Never pay full price for anything. That's what my mom always said.
There you go.
Speaking of which, we should probably let you know our other partner of the MartiniWorks podcast, Dakota. Take it away.
Continental. We love Continental tires. Slap those puppies on just about anything. They got a size for everything, a tire for every situation, and you can find them all over at MartiniWorks.com. If I could make a recommendation so kindly, it would be the Extreme Contact Sport 02. One of my favorite tires. We got to go out to proving grounds and put those tires through their paces and even ride with professional drivers and have them put it to their paces. And it was insane. Really confidence inspiring too. Drove BMW M3, M4 competitions with them on and whipped them around and had an absolute blast. So if you guys are interested, Continental's our pick for tires. Head on over to the MartiniWorks website. If you need help picking them out, we got the people here to help you make the right decision. So thank you to Continental for sponsoring the MartiniWorks podcast. We'll be right back.
You know what I got to say about that?
That was clean.
It's the first time we've
We've never used that.
That was clean.
Speed fact.
Speed fact?
Speed fact.
Okay.
S15 downpipe easier to put in than Z downpipe.
Oh, 10,000 million gajillion percent.
I think pretty much any downpipe.
I don't think anything could get more difficult than that.
Z might take the cake.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair. I'm trying to hit you with another one. Dry ice,
Yeah.
more expensive than you think.
Yeah. Not cheap.
That
And
was
it's also harder to get than you would imagine.
We had to use dry ice on the Z for a little project we're working on, and I did not expect us to get put onto what I think is a federal list at this point. Plus, for the pounds that we got, it was $100. It
Yeah.
was expensive.
Expensive ice. It tasted so good though.
We made all of our drinks very fizzly.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think of another little fun car fact.
Don't put dry ice in your drinks.
Yeah, please don't. That was a joke.
The guy, when I picked up the dry ice, he said I had to roll my windows down or I'd pass out while driving.
That's fair. Yeah, because it was venting, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe that's why I was so lightheaded.
Jesus Christ.
Anyway, makes sense. Let's see. S15.
Breaking news.
Oh,
That's where we're at.
Sorry.
And
it's just going off.
the biggest news in automotive history dropped.
Biggest news?
Stancy Pants' car was on fire.
That was a long time ago.
And he came out and said that it did, in fact, start on fire.
Right.
And that's about all we got out of him after 4 years.
I made.
Sick.
I think I made one video.
I'm so over it. I just
I think I made 2 videos. 1 or 2 videos.
Yeah,
I remember
yeah.
multiple years ago.
Yeah.
And 3 weeks ago, I got tagged in his video, and I'm like, what? And it was like, I'm revealing all at this show. And I was like, oh, sick.
In
cool.
person.
I'm like, yeah, we can talk about the GoFundMe. We can talk about the accusations. We can talk about if it's AI with the lawsuit. We can like handle all this big stuff that seems to be kind of circulating around. And from what I understood is that there's not a whole lot of closure.
No.
So
yeah.
He's like, I think someone did it. After 4 years, that's where we're at. I think someone did. I think so.
I wish him the best on his journey for building a car, and I do not believe that putting the emphasis on that car that burned down a while back is a good allocation of resources at this time.
It looked like it had a new engine in it. I thought that was kind of cool.
He put a new engine in it.
I give him props.
Fenders.
I give him props for that. You
That
know,
was kind of sick.
it looked kind of badass in a sense, but it was just like I don't know.
Or the car,
the whole thing about it is just weird now. I'm over it. I think everyone else is over it. If this is the closure that was needed, cool. Does that mean we can just be done with it then?
It was like, have you guys ever seen that clip? It was like after the Kendrick and Drake beef where Drake walked out to a show and he had like a sweater with like holes in it, like gunshots, and like smoke was coming out of it. That was the equivalent of that. It was so stupid. I'm sorry. I agree. I think the drama is so dumb, and it's like a way to remain internet relevant over the years, which nobody cares about. And,
all right, so then let's ask the question. Let's ask the group.
Yeah.
RX-8, what do you think happened?
What do I think happened? Personally, because there's been no evidence brought forth that someone would have done it, I think that it was just an unfortunate instance where something shorted or started on fire and the car burned down.
I see a shirt where he said, I am an electrical engineer, so no, it couldn't have been that.
It's fine.
Yeah, I don't think that's the case. I'm with Giles. I think something faulty happened,
which
and
sucks.
Went up.
I feel bad that happened. That sucks, but everything else about it has just made the whole situation just. Ugh.
I agree. I think it's a situation where I think when I spoke to him how many years ago at that event, he was very nice. He was very approachable. He was a good dude to talk to. So absolutely, like nothing on that side. I think the online internet persona thing is probably not who he is, or I maybe hope that he's not. I think something got left on inside the car that was on a manual switch, overheated, melted, caused a short, started.
Yeah, I don't know what
He
exactly,
said
but
the battery was unplugged.
Why would you do that? Why would you unplug the battery when you park a car?
Maybe because there's a weird electrical draw or electrical issues with the vehicle.
So maybe
Actually, I mean, battery god, please tell us. You probably have some insight on this.
Dude, I have so many instances where somebody else has tried to start my cars on fire that might also happen to be directly correlated to the fact that my battery is failing in the car. No, I think that's what happened.
Yeah,
and I don't think anybody's out to get him, and I don't think anything like that is reality.
I don't think it's impossible.
I mean,
I think it's unlikely.
There's a lot of people who don't like a lot of people in the car scene, and there's a lot of people that hate each other a lot more than people that don't like Stancy Pants.
Yeah,
and that has never occurred.
Yeah, I don't I totally believe that, people were being super shitty to him in like comments and sending him like weird and stupid DMs.
1,000%.
I believe that 100% because, and I don't agree with that. I think that shit's stupid. And I understand why initially, like when the post was made and everything happened, like I was like, holy shit, like someone actually did that because like I believed it because I believed
him.
I saw the comments. I believed him. Why would, But, just as time has gone and the fact that there hasn't been any real evidence of anything and just from dissecting it a little bit, like I think the biggest thing is just like the location of where the fire started. Mm-hmm. Like it was in the front under the hood of the car.
I didn't like...
It's like such a weird spot. If you were to like vandalize a car, how would you do that?
I seen a short, like someone did a short interviewing him with the car recently, just came out. And I didn't like his answer where he was like, I've checked all the Ring cameras. I tried to get my neighbor's cameras, and I DM'd the cops. And it's like, you DM'd the cops? What the fuck does that mean? Who's DMing cops? That was weird.
Yeah, I wish him best of luck. I don't. If the whatever he thinks happened, that's really shitty. Either way, it's a shitty situation. Car burnt down.
Yeah.
If you don't like someone's car, doesn't mean you should go fucking berate them on the internet about it. I think that's stupid. But it's been 4 years and there's been no new information, truthfully, about anything. I'm just over it, and I'm done.
And Joe's is done.
That's the last I'm going to talk about it.
I think somebody started the
S2 to the bottom of it.
No, you're not.
I think the S2000 somebody started on fire.
Yeah.
The thing
His
is,
name is me.
if someone did start his car on fire now, do you think anyone would believe him?
How many times can it? Yeah. Ooh.
We're not putting that out there. We're not putting that out there.
Arson.
We're not gonna be the one that gets clipped and for whatever. We're not.
It's already too late.
Nope.
Yeah. All right.
No.
Anyways,
I mean,
we can move on from Stancy Pants. I
think we had to. It's been this just
was a
recently
big
happened.
thing.
It was a big thing, and it was like I said too. It was like we met him, we talked to him, thought it was a good dude. Like had good conversation with him. I owned a blue wide body RX-8. We were at the same show together. I didn't know how that was gonna go, and I was honestly a little nervous. But he was super cool about it, and like was a really cool guy. I got a first good impression of him, so it sucked to see all of that happen. And with what initially happened, I hated to hear that, but. Again, over the last 4 years or so, I feel like that has changed.
I have a follow-up then.
Okay.
What car mod do you think is the most likely to cause a fire in your car?
Well, Alex, you started a car on fire.
Yeah, what'd you do?
Oh.
Or was it someone else?
It was someone else. It wasn't me.
The trick.
My fire was caused by a oil feed line with the turbo. Sure. And so how do you fix that? I'm honestly a little bit surprised, and if you guys are mechanically inclined on the internet, I'm sure you can educate me, and I would really appreciate it. But it is surprising how hot an item can get with a feed line, an oil feed line, so close to said heated item that it's a very easy thing that is known to that can break and wobble and leak. It just seems like a very weird thing. People talk about oil feed lines cracking and causing fires in the car. It's like, man, you'd think there'd be a better solution to that by now, because that's what happened to mine. What I was driving, I remember I was on Road America. We were doing our kind of our I don't know shakedown, essentially. And as I was coming up through turn 12, I was coming to the top. I heard a clink, a crack, and then a pop, and I'm like, this feels problematic. It sounds problematic. I was watching temps, and temps were good. And then I started to see smoke come through the passenger side, footwell. And so I was coasting it. I came in and I was coasting it up, and the smoke was getting worse. So then I ended up turning the car off to coast it through. But then I needed to continue to turn it on because I wanted to get it closer to the trailer where there was an extinguisher. But then as I was pulling it into the pits, I was like, I don't want to have a car on fire next to other cars on fire. I should not do that. I should park it where it is. And that's when I had the fire suppression system installed and that whole 9 yards. But I didn't have my fire extinguisher in the car because I thought the fire suppression system was all I needed. Stopped the car. The car was off. Made sure the pin was out of the fire suppression system. Opened the hood. The moment I opened the hood, the whole thing kind of came up. Gave it all the oxygen it needed. Went to go pull the fire suppression system. Didn't do anything. It did not emit anything. So then I started yelling for a fire extinguisher, and Lars ran over, and that caused
Thank
that whole
God.
mess.
Yeah, I mean,
But I would
it was
say,
terrible. It sucked. It could have been a lot worse, and I'm glad it wasn't.
Yeah, I will say that the number one cause for me, the thing that I learned in that whole process is it's worth it to always check that the fire suppression system works. You can fill up a new can for pretty cheap. But number two, those oil feed lines, like triple, quadruple, quintuple check, I guess, especially in a race application. Plus, K24s, Andy from ASM said, like, what's it called? Oscillate?
Sure.
Like they vibrate.
Sure.
They have a high vibration. K24s vibrate a ton.
Sure.
And the way that the turbo is hung is it almost acts like a pendulum. So it causes the vibration, which is likely what caused that oil feed line to crack. And then that's what caused the fire.
Gotcha. Yeah. I would say anything electrical is always like scary, especially if it's like a super powered like source or something. That's why I want to fix like the fans and like the 240 so bad.
Yeah, that shit gets
like,
hot, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really freaked me out one time because I like went to shut the fans off and like I hit the switch and they wouldn't shut off. I was like, what the fuck? Why do I need to get these to shut off? And then I didn't do this mod, by the way. It was how the car came, and it was just like a freaking AutoZone, just like toggle switch with some wires run to the back of it. And I was like, well, shit, I guess I'll just unplug one of the wires, and I touched it and it was like molten lava. I'm like, oh my fucking God, I'm never using these again, and I need to fix it. Still need to fix it. But yeah, electrical is scary.
Your BMW was on fire the other day when we went outside.
that just does that. Apparently it does that.
Your car started on fire?
No, my hood was steaming like fucking crazy though the other day. It was like
It looked like that.
it was like 34 degrees and like pouring rain outside. And apparently that's like the perfect like mixture for E90 hoods just to steam like fucking your engine is on fire.
Dude, it looked like something was going on under the hood. Like
I literally walked out there and I was like, oh my God, that car is fucking because Carissa came in, she's like, Giles, I don't know what's going on, but like there's a lot of smoke coming from your car. And I'm like, oh my fucking God. I run out there and sure enough, like the hood was just like a fog machine. I'm like, holy shit, like something just like the water pump blew up or something. Like what the fuck is going on? And I was like, oh my God, I opened the hood up and there was nothing. I'm like,
perfectly fine.
so why I like closed the hood and then like the hood itself was hot. I don't know.
It's a weird phenomenon.
I Googled the E90 hood steam and about 50,000 forums came up of, oh my God, is my car fucked? And 57,000 replies of, no, it's just a thing. You're fine.
Just a quirky little feature.
The one company who I will forever be thankful for in our sea of complaints about companies right now, Reddit.
Yeah.
I'm so thankful for Reddit. I don't know what they've done within like their algorithm to like always rank at the top of questions. Because I don't believe the AI summaries.
I don't either. I wish I could turn it off.
No,
you can't.
AI summaries are horrible.
Because I find myself just reading that something. I'm
Yeah.
like, no, fuck.
Yeah, like, no, it's probably wrong.
Yeah, it's probably wrong.
And you do. And
a
if
lot
you
of times it is.
Yeah, if you check it, it'll always be like, "Oh, you are right. It's not that." It's like, why did you just affirm that you were wrong? Like,
Where
okay.
did you get your answer?
So I use Reddit a lot, and it's a shame that like we have a Reddit, and we're not very active on it, but it's always fun to talk to people. But it's like I'll see companies on Reddit like trying to fucking engagement farm, which I think is bullshit. But there's like a lot of really good people on Reddit that just want to help, and I am so appreciative that like
Those people have done
somehow
that.
Google and Reddit have matched to be my number one source when I'm like looking to answer a question. It's always Reddit.
Reddit's gonna be like the new like Wikipedia in like 10 years. Like
For real.
Is Wikipedia going down because they've been asking for donations for like the last 10 years, I feel like
it's just a marketing ploy. I don't
to get consistent money in.
Yeah.
You would think a company that gets like that amount of hits would have a Facebook ad.
Or something.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen a Facebook
they
ad
tried?
for Wikipedia?
No.
Have they tried anything except begging? Throw an ad on it. I don't care. I ain't like I'll pay that way.
I mean, to be honest, sure. At that point, just take the ad, take the meta ad, get the millions.
Everything else is fucking monetized, and I have to watch an ad before it. Might as well get Wikipedia Pro.
Oh God. You know what? Don't say that. Don't put that out there.
But like I said, I honestly don't. It very rare have I been going to a Wikipedia article.
That's true.
Though.
Wikipedia, yeah, it must rank low now.
Yeah,
It does because
it literally is like the first search result for like a lot of things that I look for.
and AI has taken like 60% of
that's also-
page one result.
Yeah,
That's
that's
just
gross.
really
I hate it.
Would you like me to condense this into a one-page summary? No. Okay. Let me know if you need anything else.
Let me show you 3 ways I could condense it if I wanted to.
Until Google can accurately give me a fucking functioning search function in their Google Drive app. Yeah. The search engine that I can't search within my own files to find the correct thing, I'm not going to trust their AI
Google
summary.
Drive search function is the biggest joke on the planet.
I could remember the title of the file that I named to the T, and it'll give me 5 other things that are incompletely like.
And the thing you're looking for won't even show up.
Yep.
Won't even be
But
there.
don't worry. Gemini will summarize that folder for you whenever you're ready, buddy.
I hate it.
With that being said, we'd like to thank you for listening to the MartiniWorks podcast this week. Let us know if there's anything that you'd like us to talk about. If you're going to be at Riverside 11 next week, please let us know. We'll have a nice big booth there. We've got sim rigs. We got some giveaway stuff. It's going to be really awesome.
Carissa might make it. Oh, God.
She ain't going to make it.
Make
we
it.
do have some limited edition merch, too, some sweatshirts, some T-shirts, things like that. So we'd be happy for you guys to check it out. Gels has one last partner to mention for the MartiniWorks podcast.
I sure do, buddy. You know who that is? Fortune Auto Coilovers.
Yeah.
I like Fortune Auto.
Me
I think
too.
we all like Fortune Auto because we've all are currently running them or have run them at some point in our life, sometimes multiple vehicles, which I think is a testament of itself. Obviously, we talked about Fortune Auto a ton here. They were pretty much the first one to come on board when we said, hey, we're starting this podcast. Do you want to do something? And they're like, hell yeah. And I thought that was really cool too. But we reached out to them. They didn't reach out to us and say, hey, can you promote our coilovers? This is something that we genuinely wanted to do because we do believe in the product. They make some absolutely fantastic coilover options, whether it's the 500 series that'll get you to the track and back and do some really cool things and handle really well on the street, or if you want to go full track dedicated 510 and even above that, they're a fantastic option. They're custom hand-built right in Virginia, which is super cool. We actually got to go down there and see that, which was really neat to see that process and how it's done and the attention to detail that goes into literally every set of coilovers that goes out that door is one of the reasons why I think they'll always be on top of like my favorite coilover brands out there. So if you want to check out Fortune Auto for your car, see what options are available, even some off-road stuff as they move into that a little bit, which I think is really neat. You can check all of that out and more over at MartiniWorks.com. And thank you so much for Fortune Auto for sponsoring the MartiniWorks podcast. Boys, got anything else? We got to get ready for Riverside.
Yeah, have a good weekend, everybody.
My cars still don't run.
Yeah, we got to fix that.
Okay, bye.
Bye.